Every crypto leader says they're pro-compliance and against fraud. Under MiCA, those claims become testable. In this module, you'll see where the red lines really are, and how a single poor decision can flip you from trusted innovator to enforcement target. MiCA isn't just about tokens, it's about how leaders behave. Actions that used to feel like gray areas can now trigger EU enforcement, personal liability, painful fines, and ultimately determine whether your company's reputation survives or collapses. Market abuse in crypto is not new crime. It's old crime with better tooling. You still have price manipulation, insiders trading on private news, and people leaking information for advantage. Blockchain might feel anonymous, but MiCA's message is clear. Those on-chain footprints can now be traced and punished. Let's zoom in on how manipulation actually works. Tactics like spoofing, layering, and painting the tape all share one core idea: creating fake signals of supply, demand, or activity. MiCA treats these as serious market abuse because they distort prices and destroy trust in crypto markets. Pump and dump schemes always follow the same script. First comes hype. Aggressive promotion, selective data, and FOMO messaging drive a sharp price spike. Next, insiders quietly unload their holdings into that artificial demand, locking in profits. Finally, the market realizes there's no substance. Liquidity dries up, and retail holders absorb the crash. Under MiCA, designing or facilitating this cycle is market manipulation, and leadership faces real enforcement risk. Wash trading is basically playing ping pong with your own tokens. You trade between wallets you control to create the illusion of real demand and deep liquidity. It's often used to boost rankings, impress investors, or earn rewards. Under MiCA, this fake volume is straightforward market manipulation. Insider trading is the classic enemy within. It happens when people with confidential project information trade or help others trade before that news is public. In crypto, this often surrounds listings, upgrades, partnerships, or exploits. Under MiCA-style rules, even tipping a friend can be treated as insider abuse. Hype turns into liability the moment your claims stop matching reality. Under MiCA, overstating partnerships adoption or EU-style approvals can be treated as misleading information. The same applies to implying guaranteed returns. And no, adding "not financial advice" will not rescue deceptive marketing or white papers. Influencers can quietly turn a marketing plan into a market abuse problem. Under MiCA, paying someone to hype your token doesn't distance you from their misconduct. If promotions, shill campaigns, or insider tip promises are misleading or undisclosed, regulators will treat that as your responsibility, not just theirs. Under MiCA, your real compliance firewall isn't a policy, it's your leadership culture. You need to say clearly and repeatedly, market abuse and insider dealing are career-ending moves here. No shrugging, no, that's just crypto. Then hardwire it. Promotions, bonuses, and token allocations should only reward people who hit goals the right way, not just the fastest or flashiest way. Next, tighten the policy firewall around trading and communications. Set clear rules on when employees can trade and how they pre-clear trades. Add disciplined approval for any public statement, plus influencer contracts that forbid hype, hidden sponsorships, or guaranteed returns. Your strongest control against MiCA-style market abuse is people who recognize bad behavior early. Walk teams through realistic stories of leaks, insider trading, and coordinated hype, and ask, what would you do here? Teach them to flag sudden volume spikes, unusual chat groups, or influencer pushes. Then reinforce it with short refreshers after every major market incident. MiCA expects you to treat surveillance like a technical firewall for your market. Automated tools scan trading for spoofing, layering, or unusual volume spikes. You then connect this with cross-market and social data, and finally, you investigate and document every serious alert, end-to-end. A MiCA-ready culture needs a safety valve. First, give people simple, confidential ways to speak up early, not just when there's a crisis. Second, hard code protection. No retaliation, ever, for good faith reports. Third, script your response playbook in advance. who triages, who investigates, and when you escalate issues, including self-reporting to regulators if the problem is serious. As an executive, your job is to make misconduct hard and good behavior easy. Back clear policies and real story-based training, not box ticking. Fund tools that surface suspicious trading and risky communications early. Then insist on trusted reporting channels and swift follow-up. Treated this way, compliance becomes a strategic asset that protects valuation, reputation, and deals.